Hey everyone, I'm Kane again. I'm back. Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that transformed the way I run my Teachers Pay Teachers store. It also opened up a whole area of terminology which I didn't know about and product design. And what we're talking about today is the difference between evergreen and seasonal resources. Whether you're just starting out looking to refine your strategy, this video is for you. So let's get into it. What is the difference between evergreen and seasonal? When I first started out, I thought teaching resource was just a teaching resource. I created products without considering the timing. In my history classes, for example, I teach things like medieval history, one part of the year, World War II, another part of the years. And from year to year, it changes around. Right? One year I might start with history at the beginning of the year. Next year, we might teach it towards in term 4, for example. So it depends on the school curriculum and the order. So I label all my resources as evergreen because in theory, they can be used year round. So the term evergreen is at any point in over the year, the resource can be purchased and used. What's the difference between that and seasonal? So seasonal resources. Then I started hearing about seasonal resources. I learned that while evergreen products are available all year round, seasonal resources are tied to specific events or holidays and can generate high volumes in a very short period of time. For example, I began to create a resource specifically for Halloween this year, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day that's just gone, and even back to school. These are all seasonal resources. In Australia, our seasons might be fewer compared to the US, because I notice in the US you've got lots of different seasons, months of different themes. The strategy can still work wonders if you plan it right. And there's lots of examples of people online. They actually just make seasonal resources and they modify them, they change them, they do very well. So they get these massive bursts of sales in short periods, and then they move on to the focus of the next seasonal resource. And obviously they offer lots of different resources around that season. Whereas I might offer, say, 2 or 3 St. Patrick Day resources, they might have 10. So they're really counting on that very short-term gain to do it. And a lot of very successful stores can do that. But let's break it down. Evergreen resources are fantastic because they can be used anytime. Teachers buy them whenever they're teaching a particular topic, regardless of the season. This creates a steady, reliable income stream over time. However, evergreen resources may not generate that burst of high volume sales at seasonal resources that can bring during peak times. And if you've been following my monthly reports, my sales are fairly steady across the year. And if you look at other people sharing their stores, they've got big peaks and troughs, depending on what they do. What's another seasonal resource? Might be decor for your classroom when you first go back. On the other hand, seasonal resources are designed to meet timely needs, teachers when they need it. When a holiday event is near, you can see this surge in sales. My Halloween resource, for example, this year, for the first time I've made one, was a huge hit. Excuse me. The catch, you have to get them out on time. I was a bit slow at first, and while I didn't hit every holiday, I learned to plan better with my content calendar. And since my main market is the US, where there's a lot of seasonal events, tailoring some products specifically to those periods has really paid off. So to recap, evergreen resources are your year-round performers, resources that teachers need regardless of the season. And they're 90% of my store. Seasonal resources, on the other hand, are tied to specific events. So I do have a question for you. What sort of store are you going to make? Are you going to lean towards a reliable evergreen approach? Or do you see the potential of seasonal bursts? Or maybe a blend of both? Think about your audience, unique strength, and this is your opportunity to tailor your strategy to your customers' needs. So I hope you found this useful, and subscribe and keep up the good work with your students. Look after yourself, and I'll see you next time.